Welcome to Daddies Adventures in the... I should probably turn that on. Welcome to Daddies Adventures. There's the sign. I just pointed to my nose. Welcome to Daddy's Adventures. There's the sign to say History Daddy, and I got it on red for Romans, which is actually fits very well. See, this is the first episode where I'm in a vlog. I actually brought my time machine with me this weekend. But yeah, so you probably won't see me, or you will see me. You'll see me when I was in St Albans. You will hear my voice, because I'm going to do audio stuff to talk about the history. I'm quite literally doing the history bits as I go along, because I got excited, and most of these camera shots are me going, wow. Anyways, on with the video. So to start off the journey, being very careful not to highlight where I am, not to dox myself, because we're at the start of the journey. Train's delayed. So, it's partially train delay, partially history daddy delay, because I can't be on time to anything. But the weather is lovely. In the shade it's quite nice. Not in the shade, it is like Texas has had its way with the Sahara Desert. My Celtic ancestors are proud of me surviving in this. But yeah, so... but don't worry, I should be with the Count soon.
2,000 years later.
So I have arrived in Verulamium. There's a sun, can't really see me. But I've arrived in Verulamium. I'm just awaiting the Count, who will continue the rest of our journey. I'm saw some interesting characters on the train. It's all part of the fun of travelling in Essex. But yes, the journey is a go. The weekend is a go. I feel weird, I always get nervous in locations I'm unsure of. There's a nice breeze in the shade, the weather is nice. Let's hope it holds out and I can see some glorious Roman ruins and hang out with some good friends.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, I am in the accommodation. I'm in an undisclosed location. It's actually a nuclear bunker. I haven't seen Count yet. I don't know where Count is. To be honest, I just got here sort of on my own. Well, hopefully I'll see him tomorrow. But anyways, I'm looking forward. We will be in St Albans and we'll be looking at the Roman ruins.
Oh my days, blood!
Okay guys, it's now night time back in the humble abode. I'm actually in Count's basement. He's not going to realise I put this in until he sees the edit, but I'm actually in his basement right now. This is where he makes me do history videos. But anyways, I'm chilling out. I'm just going to get ready for tomorrow, for the Roman ruins. Got this to read. I'm just going to have a shower, because if I shower in the morning, as you can tell from the curly moustache, that takes me an awful while to get ready. The next cut will either be in St Albans or mood lighting. I need to figure out my lighting angles here. But yeah, see you in a sec, guys.
Day 2.
We're in St Albans with the Count and the Countess.
What?
And we've already it's a church, it's a Trinity Reformed church. That is stunning. I love a good spire. This is the episode of anything I've ever done. So enjoy that. But we're on our way to some Roman ruins, which I've got to Google navigate us to, so I'm going to cut the video here. Right, see you in a second. There's a cider festival. Sorry. So St Albans was originally a Celtic Brythonic settlement known as Verlamion. However, when the town was later conquered by the Romans, it was renamed to Verulamium. I feel like I pronounced both of those wrong. We're gonna roll with it. In 61 CE, Verulamium would be the last town sacked by the Brythonic queen Boudicca during her rebellion. Begin. Yeah. Let's count. Going in.
Yeah. St Albans Abbey bells are going nuts.
Send one person to be a telescope person at the far side of the room and see if you can send a message using the alphabet below.
So this was...
No, I couldn't do that.
I love that they actually had shopkeepers living here. Wait, so this was someone's bedroom essentially? That's a fireplace.
Yeah.
Imagine that coming up like your daily shifts. You have to go up and down those stairs.
With like stupid armour on and stuff, because if you're
Well, they wouldn't, because it's not a defensive tower. They wouldn't have had armour on, but they would have had like 6 layers of stupid clothing on, wouldn't they? And what was it? It says 1600, so that's Stuarts. So Stuart clothes are all fluffy, aren't they? It's really lucky that I conquered my fear of heights, isn't it? Because going down those stairs is going to be interesting. But here we have the magnificent Count Daedalus.
trying to work out how to make St Albans work. So that's an S. T. It's like bloody dominoes. A. Oh my days. How did they... Yeah, that's an L. This whole experience is an L for me. This is so complex. Right, that's a B.
Yep.
That's an A.
Posing now. See, you could be a telegraph operator. You're fine.
I wouldn't be able to do this for a living.
It's going up and down the stairs that would do me in.
There you go, I spelled St Albans. I'm a telegraph operator.
Officially. That's your new career.
Where's my shillings? Excuse me. Can I get some privacy, please? It's the getting down bit.
This is the church. That's the bit that's actually worrying me. I didn't think this through. I thought it was going to be a bit. I didn't think it was going to be that tight.
One day, all of this will be mine.
What about that shadowy place over there?
That is Luton. You must never go there.
You're going to get down.
I have no idea.
Of the watchtower. So it's actually a clock tower, and I will continue to refer to it as a watchtower for the remainder of this interview, even though the amazing guide Lynn is trying to politely push me in the direction of it being a clock tower. I would not realise it's a clock tower until I got back to the bottom and realised that the word clock tower was plastered everywhere. I'm with Lynn, the nice guide up here. So when was the tower built?
It was built in 1405.
And so, like, what was the main? I'm assuming obviously to ring the bells and that, but who would like sort of live here and stuff?
The people that lived here would be the clockkeeper. He and his family lived here, and on the ground floor there was a shop, and the floor above that the shopkeeper would live with his family as well.
Excellent. It's like they would go up and down every day, sort of thing.
There were 2 sets of stairs. If you
Yeah.
noticed when you first came up, the first flight of stairs, that was the shopkeeper's stairs. When you finished on the first floor, and then you had to move over to a different set of stairs. These were the set of stairs that the clockkeeper and his family would use, so they didn't have to go through the shopkeeper's
They weren't
house.
clashing with each other each time.
Yeah.
So what was?
So 2 sets of stairs.
What would be the sort of clothing they'd be wearing at the time? Would it be quite heavy and bulky and difficult to get up and down?
Well, they'd probably be slightly slimmer than we are nowadays anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd wear fairly heavy clothing to keep warm. They didn't have central heating or anything.
So it'd be,
But they're probably very fit. They'd be doing it every day.
be stuck if you had a fear of heights, definitely. No.
Fell down my stairs, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I presume they always had a handrail for
Yeah.
all the time.
Anyway, thank you so much for answering my questions.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
And here we have St Albans Cathedral, built upon the site where St Alban was allegedly martyred. Now, there were earlier churches that we don't know much about, but in 793 CE, King Offa of Mercia would build a monastery here. Mercia, is the kingdom of Mercia at one point. Nice telescopic zoom. Look at the quality on this. This is why Samsung is so elite. Hang on, wait.
Oh yeah.
There you go. It's like I'm standing next to it. There you go.
Raise the flag of Mercia.
Yeah. You know what flag would look really nice on their account?
The England flag?
Yes. You know what I think this is? I think this is an oubliette.
You reckon?
This is an oubliette.
I don't know, it's kind of...
That is my stunning film music. So they wound it up. The Roman ancestry just kicks in immediately.
Yeah, I've got skills, what are you going to do about it?
Try and get an idea for the people at home how horrifically tight these stairs are. After William the Conqueror, conquered England in 1066, he would appoint Paul of Caen as the first Norman abbot of St Albans and would commission a new church. This is stunning. Can we go in this way? Paul started off his magnificent rebuilding of the Abbey with the tower, which still stands today. Oh. The architecture. This is... Imagine doing Sunday church with Daedalus in here. The Norman church would be built from bricks and tiles that would be saved from the ancient Roman town. Eventually, the cathedral would be completed in 1115 CE under the rule of Abbot Richard de Albany.
I feel myself getting closer to the Lord. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Church.
The Abbey's power and reputation would be enhanced by the only English Pope, Adrian IV, who was born locally and granted the Abbey special privileges. In 1213, St Albans Abbey would become the meeting place for a group of churchmen and nobles. The discussions they had would later lead to the Magna Carta being signed on the 15th of June 1215, although this would later be altered and reissued in 1216, 1217 and 1225. In 1381, one of the leaders of the Peasants' Revolt and a much-loved preacher, John Ball, would be tried and hanged at St Albans. Fun fact about the roses, the reason that there's a white rose inside a red rose is because after Elizabeth of York married Henry VII, the houses of Lancaster and York became one, ending the War of the Roses. Well, this is stunning. There would be two battles fought at St Albans during the Wars of the Roses, one in 1455 that would see the Lancastrians defeated, and another in 1461 which would see the Yorkists suffer a defeat. During the late 15th and early 16th centuries, St Albans would decline in both wealth and importance, and in 1539 the abbey would be dissolved, with St Albans becoming a borough. Look, there's the original English coat of arms, and next to the Wessex coat of arms, I believe, and then a lot of Lancastrian and York and House of York symbolism.
It must have been a pain in the arse putting all that.
Especially back then. St Albans Church would eventually be designated as a cathedral in 1877. Oh my, that is the most beautiful stained glass window I've ever seen. Just down the hill from where the cathedral stands today was once the Roman city of Verulamium. Here lived a man called Alban in the early 3rd century CE, and one day he would find himself giving shelter to a priest fleeing from Roman persecution. This priest was known as Amphibalus. After sheltering the priest for a little while, Alban would find himself intrigued and inspired by the priest's faith and how important it was to him. Eventually, he would find himself asking to be taught more about this Christianity. I don't know if these ones particular, but old parchment at one point was lambskin. I think these are a bit late for that. But at some point in time, they try and do the Halo theme like everyone else does whenever they're in a church. Count. It's John Cena. Of course, it wasn't long before the Romans caught up to Amphibalus. However, Alban decided to help his newfound friend and urged the priest to swap clothes with him. This plan worked and the priest was able to escape. However, it led to Alban being imprisoned in his place. Once in prison, Alban would refuse to renounce his newfound beliefs, and the magistrate would order that he receive the exact same punishment that the priest was originally due. So, after this ruling, Alban would be led out of Verulamium and up onto the hillside, where he would sadly be beheaded. Yeah, that is, as they say, a wrap. It's currently 2 minutes to 2 AM in the morning as I'm finishing off the edit here. So yeah, I still can't find where I misplaced my time machine though. That is annoying. Oh, I'm sure there'll be no harm come of it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This is why I write scripts. I really hope you've enjoyed the vlog so far and the explorations we've undertaken, and me regretting going up a clock tower, also calling it a watchtower instead of a clock tower. But let me know if I got anything wrong in the comments down below, which is probably all going to comment about the clock tower. Let me know what you would like to see next in the comments down below, and just give me general feedback. A special thank you to all of my patrons. You can support me by, well, becoming a patron, or you can support me simply by liking, subscribing, sharing and tapping that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Execute Order Sexaginta Sex.
Yes, my lord.